Hello everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Shining Force Ironman. We are going to go back to the Tower of the Ancients, which is where we left off. I just want to make sure everybody has everything that they should. So far so good. I'm pretty sure I restocked up. I just always like double checking because you know me, making terrible decisions since day one. That's what I do best. Alright, good deal. So we're going to go back to the Tower of the Ancients. We have to save Terrasso and Aleph. Well, I mean, we're not necessarily saving them, but they are troops that the King of Prompt said were over there. I had an itch on my shoulder blade, so I had to go scratch that behind the back. If you were wondering what that weird gesture was. Although you probably heard the scratching sound. I mean, it's kind of hard to ignore that, right? I think so. So we're going to go save Terrasso and Aleph. I mean, we're not going there to save them particularly, but we're going to try to help them fight Darksol, which is what they were doing. And we are going to head to the top of this tower. Luckily, we already pilfered all these chests. Stop them! Lord Darksol must not be disturbed! We have to get inside the tower. Smash through these monsters quickly. Yeah, we do. We gotta stop good old Saw the Dark. What we gotta do. Alright, guys. So this is the Tower of the Ancients. We're trying to get up into this room up here, which supposedly Darksol's up here. And he's taking the manual seal that he took in Dragonia. Well, that we were trying to keep him from taking in Dragonia, but we ultimately assumed he took. He's trying to use that here to prepare to awaken the Dark Dragon, which is what he's been trying to do this whole time. So we're climbing the tower to stop him. This tower's, in a regular Let's Play, this tower's not really that hard at all. In an Ironman, I'm actually genuinely, I think this tower's gonna be, I think every level's gonna be hard going forward, to be honest. But this level's gonna be pretty tough on its own merit. So we'll start towards the bottom. So we gotta go up here. There's 2 jets, and these things, these are ice worms. We got 30 hit points. 40 attack and 25 defense. These things have 45 attack and 32 defense. So that's really not that bad. And they have only, how many hit points does these jets have? They have 28. So these things should be easier to kill than the jets, which aren't hard to kill at all. That attack's not that bad. It's actually not really bad at all. We don't want any of our squishies. We don't want Teo, Chris, or Lo, or even Blue getting hit by that. But I figure everybody else could probably take a hit of those. But here's the kicker with these ice worms. They have an ice breath, just like those wyverns had that fire breath. They have an ice breath, and it does anywhere between 16 and 20 points of damage. So, yeah. And now it's random. Like, sometimes they'll just do a regular attack, sometimes they'll do an ice breath. But you have to keep that in mind when they attack. The jets are the same. We come around here. There's another ice worm down here, another ice worm. These are new enemies. These are steel claws. They have 25 hit points, 31 defense, which isn't terrible. They mostly do just a physical hit, but they do have the potential to shoot that beam that the torch eyes could shoot out. So they can shoot it from a distance or shoot it straight in front of them. Now they're like 50-50. Sometimes they just do an attack with the hand. Sometimes they shoot the beam. So you have to treat them like torch eyes, but they won't do what torch eyes do every round. So take that for what it is. When we come up here, we've got some ice worms and a laser claw, or steel claw, my bad. Torch eye, steel claw, torch eye down here. There's a wyvern up here and a wyvern up here. And these wyverns will just kind of cycle around the top of this tower until you get close to them. Like whichever one's over here might come down if we send someone up here, or when we get around here. And this one will probably, whoever's closer to the left side will probably start coming down when we get over here, most likely. So come down here, we have a torch eye, another steel claw, there's a treasure chest up here we want to pick up. I think that's the only treasure chest. Just want to be sure. I think it's the only chest, so we'll get that on the way. And then we have the boss, which is a Demon Master. And I think if we beat the Demon Master, I think it ends the map in general. So we want to try to kill everything else before we get there. As far as I know, he doesn't move. He might move if he sees a squishy, or if he sees a bunch of characters lined up and cast that freeze spell. He has freeze level 3. that's gonna be 20. That's the same thing that Marionette had during the circus battle. So it hits everyone for like between 22 and like 26 points of damage, if I remember correctly. So yeah, you really gotta be careful with this guy. And it does I'm pretty sure it does a cross formation. No, it does a group formation. Kind of like that Vault 2 spell that Michaela was casting. That's what that does. That's what that Marionette was casting in the circus. So without further ado, let us start. So we're gonna try to put. Luckily, there's no real terrain advantage or disadvantage you can put yourselves at. You can put yourself at. It's just a matter of how you like form up. I mean, you gotta be a little bit careful because there's a couple of tight corridors throughout this map, but other than that, there's no real terrain like advantage or disadvantage. Like you're not gonna have a scenario in which like the mountains or the forests are gonna impede you. It's all like straight up regular terrain. So, and luckily a lot of these enemies stay pretty stagnant where they're at, so you don't have to worry too much about them. Like that's the one fair, I don't want to say easy part, but that's the one part of the level you don't have to worry about, is these, the enemies don't tend to move a whole lot, especially like these ones right here that are going to go block that corridor. So you can kind of take them, you don't have to worry about them running around and doing something crazy most of the time. Don't put your dudes in harm's way, but like, you don't have to be overly concerned. So we're just going to kind of walk out here. I'm trying to keep my main guys in front. That way, if something goes wrong, I can take care of it. So nothing's really over here, though, so we can kind of move at will. But I'm trying to keep everybody close together. Take my time and just move everybody as a group. Because if I send one person out too far, it could prove to be fatal. Just like it can in every other map. This map's a bit of a grind. It takes a couple of minutes to get where you want to go. My squeaky chair is squeaking with the music, guys. I feel weird having this squeaky chair. Like, I feel like it's slightly unprofessional. But I also kind of feel like it's like you know you're watching a Niad Ultima video because the chair squeaks in the background. So, you know, it's got that going for it, too. I'm gonna check on my party as soon as the cursor gets back down to me. Also, this map's pretty tall, so, like, there's a lot of up and down. How am I doing level-wise? Guns is level 10. He just hit level 10, so... May's level 11. My main guy's probably level 11. Yeah, he's about halfway to 12. She's level 8, so she's about halfway to 9. He's level 11, just hit it. He's level 11, he's about to hit 12. He's level 11, about to hit 12. Okay, so not too bad, actually. Man, he got an attack level up, because he has 51, and that's what my main guy has. And my main guy... Oh, no, he has 59. Never mind. I keep underestimating that sort of light. I shouldn't. That saved us in the Michaela battle, but, I'm gonna try to get through this round without killing anybody. I'm running out of... It slowly kind of hit me that, I don't really have a lot of people left. I have Jogurt in the wings, and that's all I got in the wings. So, I really need to keep people alive. Now, I do get a couple extra members of the Shining Force before way too long, so it's not bleak as can be. It's not the end-all be-all. I get a couple of extra members after this fight, and then there's another member I'll get a little bit in a couple of fights, and then there's one final member I'll get in the next chapter. I think I've only get 4 more people total, though, so I've really got to be careful with, like, who I use and, whatnot. Otherwise, this could be a real, rough ending to the Ironman if I'm not careful. And I don't need Ernest and Vankar, but it's nice to have someone extra to hold on to healing items to heal people in a pinch. And it's also nice to have people that you don't really need that can die if they have to. Like, I want to keep everybody alive, but I would really, really prefer to have one or two people that if I had to put someone in harm's way to keep one of my bigger guys alive, that I can do it without getting too far behind. So, and Blue's nice because Blue's nice because Blue can just fly anywhere, so he can like fly over walls and stuff if I need him to get. Sorry guys, my allergies are kicking my booty. Blue's nice because he can get to you in really weird spots. So I'm debating on how I want to take down. I think these jets. Yeah, here they come. Well, maybe they just form up behind the ice. I don't really. I know that most of the enemies on this map tend to form up somewhere. I don't know exactly where though, so that's a little lost on me. Yeah, once you thin out a wave or two, like once you thin out a couple enemies on this map, it starts going progressively quicker, purely because you don't have to worry about like the screen panning up and down. You just kind of it just kind of stays where it's at for the most part, because A, there's less creatures it has to roll through, and then B, everything's a little bit closer than what it was. So what does everybody think about the Game Gear micros that were announced by Sega? I have extremely mixed opinions. I'm ultimately disappointed, especially after the glorious thing that was the Genesis Mini. If you have not gotten a hold of the Genesis Mini yet, please do so. It is a phenomenal system. But the Genesis Mini is so good. It's just such a great system. It's got 40 amazing Genesis games, then 2 games never released. Oh, I don't want to do that. Before, like so. It's just great. It's such a good system. Has so many amazing games on it. Ooh, I can hit it with Xylo and then get the kill with Teo. I think I'm gonna do that. It's got so many the Genesis Classic just has so many great games on it. Because Xylo should get level 12 with that. Yep. Attack by 5, speed by 1, hit points by 2. That attack is nice. I might actually take that power ring off of Xylo and put it on May or maybe Guntz. I haven't quite decided yet. Because, let me see Xylo's attack. The power ring adds somewhere between 2 and 4. He's got 54 with the power ring, so he'll have no less than 50. He'll have a minimum of 50. Guntz without it. Guntz has 46 without it. He's fine. He's a monster. She has 45 without it. He has 51 without it. He's fine. Yeah, that's it. My main guy's gonna have, like, the best weapons in the game, so he's gonna be good. I think the power ring adds between 2 and 4. So he'd have 50 without it. I'm seriously thinking about giving it back to May. Or maybe giving it to Guntz. I'm thinking about giving it to May. She has the lowest attack of all, and she's got really high... Yeah, I think I'm going to give it back to May when I have a moment to. Just because I think it would be nice. But anyway, going back to what I was talking about. If you don't have the Genesis Classic yet, and you're a big fan of the Sega Genesis as a system, please get it. It's good. The emulation is wonderful. The game, I wish there was, like, Shining Force 2 on it, or, like, other Phantasy Stars other than 4. But that's just me being nitpicky. As a whole, it's a fantastic system. Oh, shoot. I'm kind of scared, actually, to put... Well, no. I think it'd be fine. I don't think the jets will go after her. I have to be really careful, though. But, yeah. So, especially after they did so well with that, because the Genesis Classic was a great system. Great price, great emulation, great selection of games. Plays really well. Wonderful throwback to someone like me who grew up on the Sega Genesis. But these micros, don't get me wrong, it's a cool idea. But, like, I feel like it should have just had one Micro Mini, barely smaller than the size of, like, the old Micro itself, with a clear, like, USB port. With all, like, there's 4 games. If you haven't seen it yet, they're doing 4 different Micros. Each Micro has... We're gonna do 2, just in case. Each Micro has... They're doing 4 different Micros. Each Micro has 4 games on it. One has all the Shining Force Game Gear games. It has 1, 2, and 3 Shining Force Game Gear. And then it has a Puyo Puyo RPG game, which is pretty cool. Give them something else to hit other than Teo. Yeah, there we go. That's what I thought they'd do. He should be fine. I say should be. Let's put him over on this side. Oh yeah, he's gonna be fine. I say, anyway, it's got the Game Gear Shining, the 3 Game Gear Shining Forces on it, as well as a Puyo Puyo RPG, which is cool. The one has like Sonic and a couple of other games on it. One has Sonic and Tails, or Sonic Chaotix, and then like a couple of games on it, a couple of other games on it. I should probably save that for like Guns or someone, but I figured I'd give May a little bit more EXP. That should be... She should only need to hit something and get her next level up. But anyway, yeah. And then like the last one has like 2 Megami Tensei games, and then 2 other games. I don't remember which games they were, but they were pretty cool. So it's a neat idea, but like again, each system only has 4 games on it. Each system is super small. The screen is only like 1.5 inches, like in each direction. Like it's only like 1.5 inches wide and 1.5 inches tall. Like it's so small. Like I don't know how you're, especially like text-heavy games like Shining Force. I don't know how you're gonna be able to read all of that, you know. So, that's the one I would want, to be honest. And then on top of all of that, I could kind of forgive that if the price was only like $20 per thing, because then you're talking like, if each Game Gear was only like $20, then it's 4 games for $20. If you buy the whole set, it would be like $80. So that's really not terrible, right? That's really not that bad. Probably need to kill Xylo before this gets out of hand. I'll put blue. I'll start putting blue up there. Get Bankar a little bit closer. My healers are so far away. I mean, it's okay, but it's just I thought that Ice Storm was going to go down instead of up, but I should be fine. As long as I don't surround my main guy. Which they would do if they did that. So I'm going to wait up here with him. Ooh, this is actually not a bad idea at all. So yeah, if like they were only $20, that really wouldn't be a terrible idea. But they're not. They're like they're like $46 to $48 a pop, and like they're doing a pack where you can get all 4 of them. But that pack is roughly $250. Right now, it's only introduced for Japan. They might bring it over to the U.S. But the packs like in Japan is equal to like almost $250, and it comes with those 4 micros and like a magnifying lens to be able to play on the screen better. And each one individually is roughly about $46 to $48, give or take a little bit on the end. Which if they ever released it in America, they'd probably release each for $50. So you're talking $200 for 16 games. That's a high price. And at that and on top of that, the Game Gear is not even like the same size. So I'm mixed. Like I think it's cute. I think if they were 20 a piece, it'd be fine. I'd definitely buy 1 or 2 of them. But not for 50 for the kind of quality you're gonna get out of it. I just think that's silly. Defense by 4, good. She needs higher defense. Speed by 3, hit points by 4, MM points by 1. Blaze became 4. You guys don't know how happy that makes me, because Blaze by 4 is just the greatest thing. I'll give May a hit. Blaze by 4 is the most powerful Blaze spell. And I will use it at some point if I don't die first, which I'm keeping her alive. She's the waifu. Attack by 2, defense by 2. She needs both of those stats. That's alright. So yeah, I think it's a great... Oh, they could have gotten to her. I forgot about that space. That's okay. They go after the main guy if he's available, so I'm glad that's what they did. So yeah, I think it's a great idea, but I ultimately think it's a little I'm surprised he didn't go after Teo or the main guy. Teo has been way too... I've been way too risky with Teo. I'm gonna sit him here. But yeah, I think it's a great idea, but I think it's like mismarketed, and I think the system needs to be a little bit bigger, the screen needs to be a little bit bigger. It needs to be... I feel like either the price needs to be smaller or there needs to be more games on each system. Or make it that price and make it, like, put all 16 games on the one. Like, that's what I think, but, you know, no one cares what I think. Sega doesn't, that's for sure. And Sega's, like, my relationship with Sega nowadays is super duper interesting because, like, I'm so torn. Like, part of me like, Sega will do something amazing and then turn around and do something really weird. Like, in my opinion, anyways. Like, for instance, sure, no. No, I need somebody else to get that kill. I will heal my main guy, though, because I just don't want him taking a weird hit. I need to get someone above Teo. That way she's not gonna... That way they're not tempted to go for her. Gunts or somebody. Ooh, that's a perfect... Yeah, we'll do that. Wait. Yeah, we'll put Musashi up there, and then I'll have her do, like, a big spell. Yeah, I just think they need to do, like, a whole other kind of thing. Now they can't reach Teo at all. Oh, I want to use Blaze Level, but that's, like, I need to get all three of them. Oh, I can't anyways. Well, what the heck was that all about? I'll just kill it. Get some XP for Teo. She needs it anyway. This is Blaze Level 4, guys. This is the highest Blaze Level. Inflicts 25 points. It's always going to be somewhere between like 24 and 30. Now, it's only going to be one enemy at a time, but that's how much it's going to consistently do. It's a nice spell to have in your back pocket. Freeze gets one. Freeze gets a spell like that, which I'll never know what that's like now. Like, I do, because I've played this game many times. Not on this... I won't know what it's like on this Ironman, though, because I don't have... Henri and Domingo are my only freeze casters, so... I might get a mage that has a little bit of freeze, but I'm not gonna be able to use, like, they're not gonna get freeze level 4. So that ship has sailed. Where's Musashi? He's level 11. He just got there. I need Guns to get this kill, don't I? Yeah, Guns needs the kill. He really does. So I'll put Guns out here. And then on the next turn, I'll have him attack the worm. The only people in range of the worm should not die from the worm. So we should be good. I'm gonna have him heal Teo. Sorry, I keep scratching my nose, my friends. My allergies are all blur. God, and I say that and I itch it again. I'm just a walking mass of complexes, my friends. Defense by 2, speed by 4, hit points by 3, and points. Yeah, that's good. That's a good level up for him. So yeah, I think, like, Sega and I have a really weird relationship nowadays. Like, they do something stupid, like the old Sega system, like the old Sega Genesis systems, like the ones that were made by AtGames, those ones were really just, the emulation was poor. I hate crap talking, but like, the emulation was poor on it. And it just kind of leaves a bad taste in your mouth, you know? Like, you want the games to be so much better than that, because it's Sega. It's their Sega Genesis 16-bit. Those were Sega's glory days. You want them to be better than that. Put him over here, I guess. But... And then they turn around and they make, like, the Genesis Mini, which was an amazing system. Like, so good. And then they turn around and, like, do, like, they make the Genesis Mini, which is amazing. And then they make the Sonic movie, which was actually really good, in my opinion. Oh, shoot. I'm glad I caught that. I need that. I'm expecting Guns to come up there. I don't know if he will or not, but I'm expecting him to. Come Come on, Guns. So then, like, they make a Sonic movie, which I thought was extremely well done, especially after what it could have been, like from the early trailers and stuff. Oh boy, if he misses, he won't miss. He's Guns. He's the mighty armadillo man. He won't miss. Told you he won't miss. But yeah, so like they do that, and then they come out with the Game Gear micros, which are like a cute idea to me, but could have been so much better. Especially after if the Genesis Classic had never come out, I wouldn't be so hard on them, because I'd be like, okay, their recent experiments were like the AtGames the Genesis systems and whatnot, and those were just rough systems. So, you know, like, I wouldn't have high expectations, but since I know they can do a good job with this emulation stuff, and I know that they're still capable of doing amazing things, I just have higher expectations for them after that. So far, this map's not going too bad. Those torch eyes are a little bit are going to be a bit of a problem, though. Oh, yeah, let's not put her in harm's way like that. Actually, I think I might have that steel. There. Make it harder for someone to go, oh, I should have just healed myself. I don't think that Steel Claw moves. I think he stays in front of that chest. That's why I was kind of quick to make the decisions that I did. I genuinely don't think he moves. I should have acted like he would, but that's gonna be the death of a favorite character. 14. So not terrible, and I don't think they can get crits, but I do know they can get doubles on those. So yeah, you want to be careful for sure. As long as you like. I'm noticing with this Ironman, like, as long as you're careful... Where's Guns at? Oh, Guns is way up there. Like, I'm noticing that, like, as long as you're careful, most of the stuff isn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Like, don't get me wrong, this Ironman is super hard. It's been a very difficult process, but I have enjoyed it. But it's not been as hard as I thought it was going to be. It just hasn't been. I genuinely thought it wasn't going to be that... I genuinely thought this was going to be, like, Dark Souls level of strategy difficulty. But while it's definitely not been a cakewalk, it's not been that hard. So it's been hard and definitely difficult, but it's not been as hard as I was expecting it to. Like, not as hard as my mind was hyping it up to be. That's what I'm looking for. So my mind's like, oh my god, you gotta treat it like a Fire Emblem game, and Fire Emblem games are hard. And it's probably roughly about as... Oh god, I didn't want him to kill it. Well, there we go, guys. Problem solved. I gotta get Guns down here ASAP. That way Guns can get some kind of experience before my main guy steals it all, because he's an EXP thief. But yeah, I mean, it's probably about as hard as doing probably most of the later half of Fire Emblem games in an Ironman. I say that because the first half of Fire Emblems as a whole seem to be harder than the first half of games, probably from 1 to 6, which is the original Fire Emblem game up to the Fire Emblem game with Roy in it. I would probably say those games as a whole are probably harder than Blazing Sword, which is the one with Lynn, Hector, and Eliwood, up to Three Houses, which is the last one that came out. Those ones are... Now, they do have hard modes, and those hard modes are pretty tough. But it would probably be like picking like a hard mode of like Blazing Sword or Sacred Stones, roughly, and Ironmaning that. Like, it would be definitely hard, but if you knew the game very well, you could probably do it. So, I would probably say roughly. I don't know. I'll compare it when I do my Sacred Stones Ironman challenge. I will do that eventually, because I know that game pretty well. So I'll make that assessment then. Okay. A little nervous. Okay, he should be able to take a double laser if that comes to it. It may not though. I really want Guns to get down here. No, I can't do that. I'll have Musashi hit him. And kill him, apparently. Good job, Musashi. But, I'm like, I need Guns to get these kills, and everyone's getting these kills. Which I guess is good. That means my main guys are ready, because the Steel Claws and the Torch Eyes are going to be incredibly prevalent enemies going forward. We're going to see them constantly. So, they're going to be very, very tough going forward. For sure. So, definitely. Indubitably. So definitely tough. And if those are some of the toughest creatures going forward, which they will be, and the fact that I can kill them now, and, like, I can kill the Steel Claws now in one hit with Musashi, that's good. That's really good, actually. So, I'm happy for that. I'm happy with that. With that being said, though, I would like to get Guns a little bit more experience. That way, he can do it, too. That's what I wanted. Alrighty, guys. I would really like a Saturn Classic or a Dreamcast Classic, but I already know a Saturn Classic's probably never going to happen. Purely because the emulation on that system is so hard to do. I feel like that would be like a... I feel like... I'm actually surprised they're remaking Panzer Dragoon Saga, to be honest. 5, 1, 2, 5. Oh yeah, we got plenty of space. I can put her out there behind me. That's fine. I'm actually genuinely surprised they're remaking that game. Or remastering it, one of the two. Just because of how difficult the emulation on this... It's probably... They say it's... If I recall correctly, the rumors I hear about it, they say it's the hardest... It's the hardest system to emulate, because the coding and programming in that system is just, like, so bizarre, or so different. If you're a coding or programming whiz, or you're just someone that really knows the Saturn well and the scenarios that it faced, let me know why that thing's so hard to emulate, because I actually genuinely don't know. Who needed that heal? Was it my main guy? It probably was. Yep. Yeah, let me know, if you know, let me know why the Saturn's so hard to emulate, or why they say the Saturn's so hard to emulate, because I'm genuinely curious. I want to know. I genuinely want to know. Now, I think a Dreamcast Classic is possible. I'm not saying it's likely. I think it's possible, for a couple reasons. The Dreamcast, as a whole, was considered much more successful than the Saturn, and was considered a pretty good system for the most part, despite the fact that it really lacked in comparison to the strength of, like, it really lacked in comparison against especially the PlayStation 2, but especially against the Xbox and PlayStation 2, but I think even the GameCube outclassed it. As far as, like, specs and strength of the system. But it was still widely considered as a good system, and most people still do have fond memories of that system. So I feel like seeing a Dreamcast Classic is very possible. Okay, he's gonna go after Nate, that's fine. See, there we go, attacks, nothing. So I think a Dreamcast Classic is possible, and I would actually heavily welcome a Dreamcast, mainly because, I mean, we'd get classics like Sonic Adventure and probably Sonic Adventure 2, which would be swell. But, I feel like we get... Like, that would open the door, though, to, like, Oh, I should probably send, like... Oh, this is fine, actually. Because guns will probably kill it in 2 hits. But, like we get Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, which I would be a big... Nice! Mighty Armadillo Man. Good job, Bubby. Good job, Bubby. But, yeah, I feel like they would, like, that system would be widely appreciated, especially since it died really early on in its lifespan, unfortunately. I feel like it would be a nice system to, I feel like it would be a nice system to bring back. Especially since a lot of people, like, a lot of those Dreamcast games are harder and harder to find because that system didn't quite live as long as, like, the GameCube or the PS2 or the Xbox. So I feel like a classic would be a really cool way of reintroducing a lot of cool games that people missed out on. Like, Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 would be great favorites, obviously. But then you got games like I think, I want to say the first Yakuza? I could be wrong, though. There was a Resident Evil game on it, I know for sure. A couple of fighting games, if they could get the licenses for it. And then, like, Skies of Arcadia would be cool, because that's widely considered one of the best RPGs of all time. And you never, like, no one gets to play it anymore, because a physical copy of that game is, like, near impossible to get. Like, you have to spend, like, $100 just to get the disc on either the Dreamcast. I think the GameCube, I think the disc itself is, like, between $150 and $200 some dollars. And then the Dreamcast one, I think, is about $100, but then you have to buy a Dreamcast on top of that. So that game's just wildly, and it's not been, like, ported to Steam. It's not been reported to any other system. So it's much harder to get a hold of. And I think that would be a really, like, since it's highly touted as one of the greatest RPGs ever made, and it's even been given Easter eggs in games like Sega and All-Stars Racing, where you can race as one of the Skies of Arcadia characters, and there's a map based off of it. So I think it would be, like, that's one of those games that, like, you'd really want to bring back to the public and say, hey, this was for one of our systems that unfortunately didn't go the way we wanted to. So I think there's some merit in that. And Dreamcast, I've never heard that the Dreamcast is terrible to emulate. I could be wrong, please correct me if I am. But I feel like that would be I feel like that would be a reasonable system to try to make a classic of for Sega. It's widely considered a classic system, a system that a lot of people have fond memories of. So whereas I think the Saturn and Dreamcast would both be well received if they made them well. If they made them as well as they made the Genesis Classic, I feel like the Saturn and Dreamcast Classic would be received fairly well. I think both of them would be. But at the same time, I think a Dreamcast Classic would be better received, considering just the system as a whole is considered much better. Hits by 2, hit points by 6. That's not bad. He needs the extra staying power. Now I gotta figure out how I want to take out this grouping up here, because I think they just kind of stay in formation. I want to bring Teo up there, but I'm scared to bring Teo up there, to be honest. I don't want any of those... If any of those dudes were to move, she would die. I actually want to get guns up there if I can. Don't know how possible that would be, but I'd like to do it. So yeah, just thoughts from a Sega nerd. I'm not gonna lie though, I don't really have any memories of the Dreamcast or the Saturn. And while looking back, there's definitely games I've heard about and games I want to play. Like on the Saturn, I want to play all of the Shining Force 3 games, all of them. I've heard they're amazing games. They have a great reputation. All that. Like, and I desperately want to play those games. I think they're worth playing. I think they're fun. No, you need to heal. Back that up, boy. Dwarf Daddy, get back here. I think they're worth playing. Like, on the Saturn. Well, here's the problem. If he doesn't get this kill, he's gonna be bombarded. I'm gonna keep him on these stairs until I figure out what okay. That's fine. Yeah, that actually helps. Great. Okay, that's fine. That's not fine. Panicking, panicking, panicking. What do I do? Oh, poop. What do I do? Okay, he can't reach me. I need him. I probably should heal him with whoever. Well, hold on. Let me think this rationally. Vanguard can take a laser to the face. He can't take two, but he can take at least one. So he should probably heal Musashi. Ooh, that's rough. I don't like this. I should probably double heal him with Chris. Yeah, that's what I want to do. That's why I'm keeping... I need to start keeping... Instead of, like, instantly using my heal spells, I need to probably start using the healing seeds first on my healers, and saving their heals for when I need, like, a ranged heal like that. I could bring Blue up there. Eventually. Oh, how I want to bring Teo, but... Oh, that's tempting. Because I want her... Because, like, I could blaze this Torch Eye, but I don't think she'd kill it. And if he gets a double laser on her, she's dead, and I don't want that risk. So, I'll wait. Wait a minute. I got an idea. Ah. 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 Dang it. Well, what I could do... Because a double laser won't kill him. I can do it from here. Oh! Well, yeah, let's do that. This axe, it doubles as a bolt too, and I don't think you can break the sword. See, I never would have thought to do this if I'm not playing an Ironman. Because I don't need to. I just kind of walk up and just slay everything. I just steamroll over everything. But this actually helps significantly. That's awesome. See, that's really cool that I know that. How's Musashi doing on health? Does he have a 40-some? Yeah. Okay, I don't really need to heal him again. He's fine. If he gets a move. One a crit. Yeah, get that crap out of here, boy. Okay, I'm gonna move him down. Well, no. I'm gonna keep him up. Well, yeah. 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 Okay. Okay. If that laser comes down and gets a double on Vanguard's dead, but I'll take that risk. I need to thin this crowd out. I have a feeling the Torch Eye is going to hit Musashi, and then the Ice Storm's going to come down. Why? I mean, that's fine. It's not fine. It's fine. Oh, this sucks. I probably need to get Musashi out of there. This corridor is tricky, because there's a lot of stuff that can kill you. I'm debating... Well, I definitely need a healing serum Musashi. That's fair. I guess Musashi's just going to sit here and tank this corridor forever. I mean, it's a little bit of missing experience on everybody else. But... I'll give him a healing seed. That way he can keep healing Musashi should he need to. Yeah, just to make sure. I mean, it can't hurt to weaken them. I don't think it's going to kill either of them. No, because it's going to do 13 to 15. Yeah, that's fine. It just gives him more experience, to be honest. And it weakens them to where I'm not as worried. Because I know I can kill everything up there on, like, one hit now. Like, for sure. No, Musashi just has to sit here and tank this corridor. Because if I move him, they're just going to hit someone else. And I know he can take these hits. It's just how it's going to have to be. Musashi's just going to get all the XP up here. Which is fine. I mean, I'll give Guns XP as we go. Defense by 2. That's a poopy level up because I needed more stats than that. Yeah, let's send Low up here. That's a good idea. That's smart. I'm surprised he didn't move. But you know, beggars can't be choosers. I guess. I don't know. I'm not getting paid to make these decisions. Okay. That was actually a dumb idea on my part, because if that Ice Storm comes down and hits Guns, If that Ice Worm comes down and hits guns, and then that Torch Eye hits guns, he might be dead. I don't know why I haven't healed Gork this whole time. I'm not thinking. I'm not tanking. Alright. Do I need to heal Musashi again? No, Musashi's probably fine. I can probably wait till the actual healer gets up there. Now, I have blue if I need him. Ah, I can't even hit him anyway. Good grief. Well, I guess I can move her up here. That's probably fine. Oh, this is fine. Yeah, that's fine. Because my main guy can tank a double laser from a Torch Eye. The only problem... Attack by 4! Speed by 1! Hit points by 1! Oh, my main guy's a monster now. I'm so glad I took the time to develop him. I'll send Xylo up there to get some hits on him. Guns needs some EXP bad. He definitely needs some level, or some hit points. The good thing... I'm gonna wait on Guns. I keep talking about giving Guns EXP. I'm gonna give him this Torch Eye. This Torch Eye can't kill anybody. In one hit, anyways. And there's the Mighty Armadillo Man. These Torch Eyes give 48 XP all the way up to like level 20 some, I think. So... Attack by 3, defense by 4, hit points by 1. That's not terrible. I would like a little bit more hit points because I want him to be able to survive a double laser. To use him effectively. But, nah, that's what it did. Okay. Okay. I think I'm going to give that staff. I think I'm just going to sell that rod and just put an extra healing seed on him. I genuinely think it's worth it at this point. I wanted him to have that rod to be able to defend himself if he needed to slide in and get a kill, but he really hasn't needed to recently, so... I've had it under control as long as I keep all my other dudes alive. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I don't think... Because that's what I've had Chris do, and everything's been fine here. Okay. No, I don't want to drop anything. That'd just be silly. That'd just be silly. I'm going to give... Whoa, an extra healing seed. I really want to move Teo up, but I cannot move her up. Move my main guy over. That'll be fine. Move May up. That'll be fine. Yeah, other than, like... the Genesis, I really didn't get to play hardly any Sega games. That's just what I had. The systems that I have a lot of fondness for, in particular, are the Genesis was like my first system. Again, I had access to a PlayStation. I technically had a Nintendo and a Super Nintendo, but I barely played them, ever. Like, I played a little bit of a couple games, but I've already talked everybody's ear off about that already, so I'm not going to bring it up again, I promise. I mean, I probably will, but not right now. Yeah, that's what we want. But, Sega Genesis was, like, my first big system. And then I went on to play some PlayStation games, particularly RPGs like Beyond the Beyond and Wild Arms, and eventually the Final Fantasy games came into the mix. But, so that's where I started with my gaming. And then, shortly after that, I got my hands on an N64. I mean, and then somewhere in all that, I got a Game Boy Advance, and then my handhelds I was always up to date on. But my main console systems, it went Genesis, PlayStation, N64, then I got a GameCube, then my sister, we got an Xbox, and I did have fun with that system, but I didn't play it a whole lot. But I technically got an Xbox, but the GameCube was like the next big system that I was like stupid stoked for. I was like, oh yes, I love this thing. And then my sister got a PS2, which I did play a decent bit on that. Then we got a PS3. And then the rest is like all modern systems, like PS3s, PS4s, etc. But yeah, Genesis, PlayStation, N64 were like my three big systems when I was younger, and that was the order I played them in. So a lot. Yeah, that defense is good. That hit points is also good. That's just more lasers he can hit. He can take at face value, which I am going to need. So that's good. Alright, guys, we're getting there. We only have 4 more enemies. We have another Wyvern, the Demon Master at the top, 1 Laser Claw, and 1 Torch Eye, I do believe. Yeah, that's it. We did pretty good. That's not actually... I was actually a little bit worried about this map. It's still not over yet. I still have to be pretty careful, but... Who needs to heal? Someone needed to heal. Guns did. But I can't heal Guns. I don't have... Oh, I can. I can get her down there. I need to give her a healing seed, though. Guns needs some EXP bad. I need him to have higher hit points. That way he can tank big hits. That Demon Master is pretty good where he's at. Zylo needs a heal. I'll move him over, though, because he's got a higher level, so he's going to be one of the last people I want to use right now. Excuse me. Guns should be good. I think I'm okay. Because they're not... Actually, Guns is in trouble if he gets doubled by a laser. That's the problem I'm having with him right now. Is just his HP pool is lower than I want it to be. Oh god, no, I can't do that. I gotta put her here. No, I need Guns to get the kill, though. Like, I really don't want anybody else getting this with Guns. Put Zylo up there. Put Court. Oh, see if I can get this Steel Claw to come to me. He's gonna come after Zylo, which should be fine, even if he uses Fire Breath attack. Which he did. 18, that's not too bad. May won't kill it. And she should be able to take a couple hits. So. Yeah, now Guns should be able to finish this. Just a regular attack, please? Yeah, that's fine. So even if she gets doubled by a laser. Guns is on... Oh, that's awesome. He showed up right then and there, didn't he? Guns! Guns. You let me down, bub. You are letting me down. I gotta get... Oh, dang it. Okay, Torch Eye hasn't moved. No, I can't send Ernest to go do that. I can send Vankar, though. Yeah, Vankar can take a hit if he has to. Nah, we ain't doing that. No. No, I'm gonna leave Blue a healing seed in case I have to fly in and heal somebody. I shouldn't, but you never really know. You never really know. I can't even get... No. We don't do that. We don't do that. We don't do that here. Let's send my main guy over here. Okay. Please don't shoot a laser. Regular attack, that's fine. That's also fine. Do your worst. Don't do your worst, because that's a laser. Don't do that. No. Okay, we gotta kill this wyvern. Dang it. And he's flying away. I'm not too sure why. I guess I could send her over here to start working on this Torch Eye. Hopefully Guns pops up. Ooh, nice crit. Okay. Put him here. Guns is getting this kill. Make no mistake about that. Yeah, that should be alright, because I don't think the other thing's going to go for her. So. Come on, Guns. I need you, bub. I need you. I need my mighty armadillo, man. Yes. Good, good, good. All is well in the Shining Force. Oh, man, if I can get May out of there, I might give Gunts the kill on that torch dive, too. Guess I can do that. I'll heal myself with her. Cause I kind of want. Well, what's Gunts' EXP at? Yeah, I definitely want him to get this kill. So we'll wait. Oh, that's a weapon for Gunts or May. I think it's a ranged weapon too. I probably need to give that to Gunts. I'll probably give that to Gunts, and I'll probably give the powering to May. Is what I'm thinking about doing. Alright. Yeah, I can't reach him from there, so I'm gonna pull him down. Pull Musashi up. See what he does. Why? Okay, that's fine. That's not fine. They have a tendency to get a lot of... Oh, shoot. Dang it. I can't really put him in harm's way. No, I can't lose Ernest. Man, this is getting dicey. You know what? Let's give the kill to Teo. She needs it anyway. She's up here. She can do it. That works out well. Kadoki. Boki boki. That's fine. He'll probably go after Vankar, but that's alright. Vankar should be able to survive a hit from him. Even if it's just the one. Okay. If he goes after my main guy, though, that's fine, too. Yeah, we're just going to sit you in the corner, and you're just going to heal yourself. that double, that's why they're bad. Like, if they were limited to one shot every time, I wouldn't be so concerned. But the fact that they don't is a concern. I think Vankar should live. Almost not. Good grief. I think I'm just gonna send Musashi to kill that demon and be done with it. The demon. He's gonna kill the demon master. And if not, I'll just send... Oh god, that was bad. Okay, Okay, now I need to keep Ernest alive. He's... God. Back away. Alright, that's fine. My main guy needs the extra EXP anyway. Or, I mean, not. God. I should have just used the bolt too on him. Should be fine. Someone kill this wyvern, please. Xylo. Xylo. My boy. My man. My wolf man. There we go. That's how you do it, boy. Boy. That's how you do it, man. Kidoke. Now we just finish off the Demon Master is all. I'll just heal... with who I have until I don't know if it's up there. Or Musashi gets up there, my bad. Sorry, they're both so dependable. Can you blame me for not being able to tell them apart? Alright. It doesn't really matter what else I do with anybody else. I'm just gonna have Musashi go up there and finish it all. It's fine. Excuse me. I think Musashi can finish this in one hit. If not, he'll finish it in two. It's good. Lord Darksol, I have failed. They're coming into the tower. Get in there, quickly! On my way. Keep going. Darksol, top of the tower. You have to hurry. We can't go on. You have to stop Darksol. Don't worry about us. Get Darksol before it's too late. Maybe you were strong enough to succeed where we failed. You're too late. It has begun. The castle of the ancients is rising from the depths. Soon, I will awaken Dark Dragon, and he will rule the world. And now, the time to end your meddling is here. I called upon the darkness to crush... No. It cannot be. Cain. Yes, Darksol, and this time I will stop you. Fool, I am now many times mightier than when we last met. Your doom is here. Ah. I have no more time to waste with you two. Dark Dragon awaits. I'm dying. You have to go to Matafa. Hurry. Cain dies. Not Cain. There is no time for sorrow. Aleph and Tarasso are with us. On to Matafa. Alright. That's really sad for me. Cain is actually my favorite overall story character in this game. Yeah, it's because the Valkyrie was in there. Sometimes they restock chests with different items, but I didn't. You never know for sure. Cain is actually my favorite story character in this game. I just like, especially when you learn that he's the main character's brother. And apparently some of the other side, like Shining Force side games, go into more detail. But like, he in particular, like he's the main character's brother. He was brainwashed to do the wrong thing, and ultimately he's trying to make up for his mistakes. And while the game doesn't explain that as well as I would like it to, I always like that dynamic. As a kid, I was always wishing Cain would join your party. It was just always a wish of mine. I was always like, oh, I want Cain to join my party so bad. So, alright. So, that's it. We'll stay to one battle per stream. But yeah, Cain's my favorite character, and like, as a story character. I just always thought he was so cool. If he did join your party, I would definitely use him. Actually, we're gonna move some stuff around real quick. So Gort's gonna give the Valkyrie to Guts. Yeah, that's a powerful weapon. And then I'm gonna give Xylo's power ring to May. I'm gonna give it back to May because she kind of needs it, and I don't want Xylo to die because everyone with the power ring dies at some point. So by 4, okay, that's fine. Yeah, that works out because Guns gets a really powerful weapon and she gets the power ring. That will work out perfectly fine. I'm going to go to the headquarters because we have 2 new party members. And here we go. So who should I remove? I'm thinking of removing Vankar. Definitely Ernest is one of them. Definitely Ernest. I'm thinking about removing Vankar as well. It's either Vankar or Blue. But see, here's the thing. Vankar can probably take one more hit than Blue can. Like, he took 1 hit from that Wyvern. Blue would not have been able to survive that. So it's going to be nice to have him going forward. Especially where a lot of enemies are going to be Torch Eyes and Steel Claws. And if they shoot a laser, he can survive 1 laser. Blue might be able to survive 1 laser. But Blue is also extremely aerodynamic. He can fly around and like fly in. Like if I need him to someone real quick, he can cross a lot of terrain to get there quickly. So I'm actually not sure if I want to keep blue. You know what? I'm going to keep blue for now. Just because of the dynamic that he brings, being able to get to a lot of places quickly. And then if something goes wrong with blue, or I feel like Vankar would be better, I'll pull Vankar back in. Okay. We're going to take... We've got 2 characters. I'll introduce them. Ernest. Oh, we're going to take... we will definitely take Tarasso as well. We're going to leave behind Vankar. No. Okay. So now we have Tarasso and Aleph, which we will promote both of them. Please take care not to get hurt. If comrade gets hurt, I will help you. So he's a healer. I'll fight to the end to defeat Darksol. And she's a mage. So we have our other mage. And also, this is something that's just going to make everybody happy. Jogurt is no longer by himself again. Jogurt now has friends. He's not just surrounded by flames. Alright. So... I need to... I'm going to go ahead and just promote them both. Because she's level 15, so she's already several levels higher than what most of the people I have promoted were. And then, Tarasso is level 16, which is much higher than Chris or Lo, so... so I don't really feel bad. Usually I build them out a couple more levels before I promote them, just, you know, those extra stats, but here in Ironman, it's really not going to matter. And the faster I can start getting them higher stats, like, the faster I can get these two getting, like, these big stats on level ups, the better they're going to be, so... Okay. So now I'm going to sell and stock up on stuff. We're going to sell this power staff. We're going to sell Lowe's Holy Staff because I just really don't need it. We're going to sell Left's Power Staff because she's not going to need it. I'm gonna sell Gort's Chrome Lance because I don't need it. And we're just gonna restock on our healing seeds. Why not? Don't really need it, but that's okay. See, I haven't even been grinding. I haven't even been grinding. I still have 88,000 gold, which is so much more than I even need. Just imagine when you start grinding, like when you take our regular Let's Play and you build up the characters the way you want them. Like, you get like a ridiculous amount of money. It's crazy. It's good, for sure. But it's like there was no, like, I was actually concerned about how much money I was going to have during this Ironman, because I always build out when I play. And, like, the first 2 chapters, money was actually kind of tight. Like, I actually had to be careful what I bought. And, like, I had to make a good decision when I was going to buy medical herbs or healing seeds. But now, I'm like, it doesn't even matter. I can restock all my healing seeds and still not get below 80k. And I'm using several of them, too. I do not want your stinking medical herbs. We've been over this shopkeeper. This shopkeeper in particular. See, what it is where it's just an old game. played on an old system. Like, it just, every time you go back to the counter, it just resets it. Like, your counter is initially on the medical herb instead of the healing seed. So it just automatically does that. And I'm just impatient. I'm trying to go through my menu as quickly as possible. We're good. Oh, blue needs several. See, I'm buying so many healing seeds. It doesn't even matter. Like, I'm not even going to be below 80k. I was like around 86, 87k when I started. I'm not even going to be below 80. And this is me restocking like a decent portion of healing seeds, so that's not bad at all. Okay. So, I'm going to look at everybody's stats real quick. I'll always like going here because I can actually see my party. So that's my Shining Force right now. Everybody is going to be intended to be a starter with the exception of Blue. Blue's just going to be a portable pharmacy. Aleph is a mage. Well, she's a wizard now, like Teo is. And then Terrasso is a healer, like Lo and Chris. So I have 3 healers. Terrasso will kind of be the one, like if I have to put a healer in harm's way, it'll be him, because I've built out Lo and Chris a little bit too much to lose them. But I'm going to look at everybody's stats real quick, because I want to compare stats. So, I want to show what we have. So, this is Terrasso. He has 18 hit points, 21 MP. Actually, I take that back. Terrasso will not be the one I lose, because he has the spell named Aura. It's a multi-person heal spell. Now, it takes a lot of MP, but you can cast it on a group. It's a cross formation. And he gets higher levels of Aura, which heal higher groups of people. So I'm actually not going to lose him at all. He's got 11, 11, 5, and 11. Lo has 9, 11, 5, and 29. He has 23 hit points and 21 mana points. 23, 21. Whereas Terrasso has 18. Yeah, so no, I'm not losing Terrasso. He has too much of a ceiling. He has overall better stats to begin with for the most part. Yeah, I'm not losing Terrasso. I mean, if I accidentally get him killed, that's my own dang fault. But I will keep him alive as best as possible because that aura skill at the bottom is stupid. It's stupid nice. Well, we will definitely be doing that. And then we have Teo. She's level 9. Her stats up here aren't that important because her defense is so low. If she gets hit by anything, she's gonna die. Her HP is 21, her MP is 36, and she's pretty much got all the magic I think she's gonna get. She might get some kind of a poison spell or something, but I don't even think she gets that. So that's pretty much the most magic she's gonna get. She has 21 hit points and 36 mana points at level 9. 21, 36, 21, 36. Aleph. Up. 13, 24 at level 1. Which is okay. I would definitely like Aleph to have better. Especially in the you know, but she's only level 1. Teo's level 9. Teo has 8 levels on Aleph. So we will definitely be getting Aleph some levels. Now she has Blaze 2, Freeze 2, and Bolt 1. Now Aleph is a Bolt specialist. Her Blaze and Freeze spells are good, do not get me wrong, but she is a Bolt Sage. She's a Bolt Sage at heart. So I have all the mages I'm gonna have up to this point. I don't get any other. I do get a character here before way too long that gets a little bit of magic, but he's not a mage. Magic is something he can do. So basically, you get four main mages and magic casters in this game. You get Teo, who is proficient in Blaze. She gets Blaze level 4. You get Henri, who's proficient in Freeze. She gets Freeze level 4. Now, she gets a couple of Blaze spells, but she never gets past 2, I think. So, Teo gets your only Blaze 4. Henri gets Freeze 4. Domingo gets Freeze 4. And then Aleph gets a couple different Blazes and Freezes and gets Bolt 4. And those are your 4 main magic casters in this game. Now, ideally, in a normal Let's Play, I use all 4 of them. I use Teo, Henri, Domingo, and Aleph, because I love all 4 of those magic casters, especially Domingo. Unfortunately, we lost Henri a lot earlier than I wanted to, and we lost Domingo at a critical. If Kane does not get that crit, Domingo lives on, because he would have only hit him for no more than 28. So if Kane does not get a crit, Domingo would live. But unfortunately, he critted, which I have just confirmed that's like a double. So yeah. So, but we have Aleph now. So we have Aleph and Teo. Now, Aleph and Teo are both really, really squishy. That's another thing I like about Domingo, is if Domingo did not get critted, he would have survived Kane's attack. So he would survive everything except for those lasers, and even those lasers, like he was in his 30s in hit points before he died, and he had still several levels to grow. So he would have been fine, and he would have had a nasty amount of MP to deal a lot of free spells with. So, man, I still can't believe I lost Domingo. But that's how the Ironman runs. You will lose characters you love. I lost Pell, who was a great character. I lost Domingo, who's possibly my favorite character in the game. I lost Luke real early. I like using Luke. So yeah, so we've lost a good bit of good people. So, but we still have a strong enough force to finish this Ironman. And one day I'll do a non-Ironman Let's Play of Shining Force, and I'll just kind of show everybody how I run through the game, like on a normal run, and I'll use all my favorite characters. Domingo, Henri, and Aleph will all be on this team. So, and Pell probably will too. I like Pell a good bit. So yeah. So I'm gonna cut it here. I'm gonna cut the Let's Play short here. One battle per video. The next battle, I'm looking forward to it 'cause it's fun, but it's very, very difficult. Again, every battle from here on out, I don't see any battle not being difficult. There might be one that might not be that bad, but as a whole, it's just every battle. But the next one's like a really close. The next battle is a really closed quarters battle. So it's real, and there's several of those torch eyes and steel claws, so you can get really caught off guard if you're not careful. I could easily lose 1 or 2 people in the next battle. I could easily lose any of my healers or Teo or Aleph. So I'm gonna try very hard to keep them all alive. I'll properly introduce Aleph and Tarasso again. I kind of already introduced them already, but I'll introduce them and talk about them more when I start the next battle. That way you can see like how they move and interact with the enemies. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. I super appreciate all your support. If you liked this video, please give it a like. Please share it with people you think would love to watch me play games. All your support is greatly appreciated. Thank you guys so much for being with me and joining with me on this wonderful, wonderful adventure. And I will see you all in the next video. Thank you, and goodbye.